Hello everybody, so we're playing a game of Civilization. This is the world map, and it's a slightly different version of the world map from the traditional 18 Civs, because it's only old world civilizations, and I am playing as Greece. This is kind of following up from my last play, where I basically said that I think I do better with 18 Civs in a slightly more condensed map, and of course this is a very condensed map, which I'm now exploring. Indeed, you'll actually see there that my scout ends up getting stuck between all the different borders, and I have to wait until I'm able to get open borders before I can rescue my scout. This scout, of course, is doing a good job fighting these animals. And here I'm working on building up my fishing, getting those resources. Obviously, there's a quite high density of resources here. And yeah, that's the scout that's stuck. I'm trying to think of the different civilizations that are added, and I believe there's the Vikings added, the Carthaginians added, and the Khmer added. And I was able to add those civilizations by getting rid of the New World civilizations, the Aztecs, and the Incans. You'll see me, working on just technology here. And my plan, is to really kind of colonize this Greek territory. I've already built a settler, and there I am founding Epidamnos so that I can get access to that copper resource. And I'm going to be building my way over there. Again, a scout, I believe, dies here in the far corners of the world, going all the way to Korea just to die. And I've already got another settler, and I'm building, I think, Byzantion here. I think I can't, maybe I was able to get that settler from chopping down a forest, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's quite nice to have these cities all so close to each other, and obviously I'm working on making sure I put them to use, building useful stuff. Here, and also, of course, taking advantage of those resources, building all sorts of improvements, really working on making the most of the land I have. And you're going to see me build the Oracle soon, and or work on building the Oracle. And yeah, I'm really I had a big focus on world wonders in this game, and of course I built the Oracle, and that gives me access to the Code of Law, which also helps me found Confucianism, and gives me access to caste system, which, if you know me, you know that's my favorite civic. I'm now negotiating different technologies I can trade, and just continue building things up. Building up, I guess, like a foundation for my empire by really making sure everything's sorted. And now I'm going to invade a country, and I'm already there. I invade Egypt. So this is, if you like, obviously setting up, I guess, Ptolemaic Egypt, which is, of course, Egypt as controlled by the Hellenistic dynasty at one point. And yeah, I don't have to worry about siege weapons or anything like that. These phalanxes are pretty good units, and I'm able to just kind of obviously lose a few of them by them dying. For example, well, let's see, am I going to... Yes, I thought I was going to lose that, but then I'm able to send that other person in there. Another wonder, as you can see, that's my big focus, and I'm building another wonder, the Parthenon. Of course, these are all very Greek wonders to be working on. You can see I'm still building up my phalanxes, and I'm heading down just to completely destroy the Egyptians, because I don't want to leave them alive. I want to, just destroy them. And once I've done that, of course, I now control Egypt. I mean, that's it. I just control Egypt. And of course, I'm now building this holy shrine so that I can get +1 gold. That's really helping my economy, and my economy is doing well. I've got 100% research, but I'm still on +8 gold. And that's obviously due to those shrines, and also my focus generally on building merchants. And I think I already have a few merchants settled in some of my cities. I'm again looking at a potential deal and deciding whether or not I'm fine with it. And yes, I am. And this is Persia, of course, traditional enemy of Greece, and does end up by the end of this playthrough being my enemy. But I'm spreading my religion, doing a lot of good there. You can see that Hinduism is kind of the opposing religion in the world right now to me, or certainly in the part of the world I'm interested in, which is the Eastern Mediterranean and the ancient Near East in general. Again, focusing on another wonder. Those are the Great Lighthouse and Great Library, and building another settler, and allowing with that the founding of Alexandria. So yeah, really, this is Alexander's empire, admittedly a little bit earlier than it occurred in real life. Although not quite Alexander's empire, of course. There are some, we're getting there, but not quite. And again, just with this great profit, again, that also gives me some gold, gives me some production. And you can obviously see some of the details for the cities as they appear. Again, trading technology. Again, trading technology is something I wasn't able to do at all in my last playthrough, so I'm very happy to be doing it here. And as you can see, I'm now at the top of the leaderboard, which again is nice. And yep, I built the Great Lighthouse, and I've got a Great Artist, which again gives me a gold benefit, and I'm kind of, looking here, working out where I want to give gold most, and of course I decide upon Byzantion because that's a pretty major city with not so much culture. And I do that at some point. So at this point, I'm very much able to entertain the possibility that, hey, I might actually win a time victory here by, having the highest score at the end of the game. Because, I'm not expecting to conquer every single person, but I am expecting to do quite a good job here. And I think so far I have been. So yeah, this is kind of redeeming myself from the last playthrough where everything kind of just fell apart. Again, I think because I was in a bad situation in terms of my starting position. You can see me here, getting ready to do some more construction. Again, I've got the Hanging Gardens there, so another world wonder I'm working on. And then Genghis Khan declares war on me. So if you thought it wasn't going to be enough war, well, this war, I guess, ends up being a bit of a phony war. Spoiler alert. I unfortunately I can't actually found that wonder in enough time. But yeah, I'm trying to work out what to build here, decide that. And yeah, I've got the Mongols attacking from both directions, which is fun. Trying to work out what I'm going to do about that. And in the end, I think I just kind of build up my army in Byzantion, and I kind of move forward to meet them and threaten them. And as you can see, this is a pretty large army, and now I have, of course, catapults, siege weapons capable of doing some damage when I actually get around to attacking cities. But of course, the Mongols are very far away. I'm trying to lure them out so that they hopefully go out into the plain, because then it'll be easier for me to attack them. Which I like to think was a pretty good move. You can see it's some more Mongols coming here. And I'd say, hey, you want to make a deal? And they say yes. So we end up, that's what I mean when I say it was a phony war. It was about me kind of trying to counter them, getting them in a position where I was pretty sure I would be able to screw them over. And now you can see me talking to Arabia. Why? Well, because, look, Arabia was in the crosshairs pretty early on here. Interestingly, nice and kind of historically accurate, Damascus, which is pretty close to Judea, has been where Christianity is founded. So, of course, that would have been close to where Jesus, and of course that leads to the other point, which is that Damascus is actually kind of coincidentally in an accurate location. You can see me working out some of my civics. Really big fan of bureaucracy, especially seeing as my capital I think is doing quite well. So unfortunately I go to invade Arabia, and India declares war on me. And obviously I'm now with my siege weapons being able to break down Arabia's defenses. And you can see now that the kind of resolution has changed. That's something like at the beginning I was kind of trying to work out what was the best resolution and fiddling around with that. And I think I got better at it over time. So yeah, hopefully by the time this is all, with kind of the more recent videos I've recorded and more recent gameplay I've recorded, it will get even better. You can see me here conquering the Arabians and again taking over Damascus. And at this point, I'm really feeling good about kind of being Alexander. I'm like, yes, Damascus is going to fall. I've got a big army. I'm going to have another holy shrine by conquering the Christian holy city. It's taken me a while to decide to make that move, and there we go. This is, I think, I wasn't quite as aggressive with the cutting here as I was with my other one, and you'll see why. By the final episode, I reckon why it is that I didn't cut things too aggressively. You can see me here building up things, not really focusing super, this isn't like total war. This is just I'm building stuff up, not letting the war distract from building up my other stuff. And this is a big army. I'm very happy with it. So you can see me heading towards Mecca. And, obviously this is somewhere that Alexander the Great never even got around to conquering. And then I do get attacked by the Arabians and I get killed, which sucks because those swordsmen are good for city attacks. So to see them get killed like that, where they weren't even able to do their best performance, is bad. And now you can see China showing up, and this basically kind of ruins things for me because and you can see me kind of thinking about what I'm going to do and realizing that China, considering they have an open border with Cyrus, could just use the roads to get straight towards me. So I'm making peace with India because that's the smart thing to do. But yeah, I'm aware that China could just get me right now. And of course, if they did, they would defeat me. They've got a large enough army to defeat me, and there's no point me just leaving those that archer and that catapult there to die. You can see me defend myself here, and I don't do too badly. But yeah, at this point I'm recognizing, for some reason, oh yeah, this was a stupid move by my part. I had it so that catapult was heading in that direction, so the catapult moved there and immediately got killed. So that was just a complete loss of the catapult and wasn't very smart by me. You can see me now sacrificing catapults. Again, well, I say sacrificing, I've got to in order to do any damage at all. And indeed, yeah, I lose all of my catapults. And still, it's quite difficult to totally defeat them. And then annoyingly, it gets me to kind of take control of those people. But I'm able to send, and yeah, fortunately I had just the right amount of troops to actually do it. It's a good thing it was a pretty big army. Now, the thing is, I would have loved to defeat the Arabians, because they're right on my southern border. They kind of present a threat to me. But yeah, I had to make peace with them. Of course, there you just saw me try to make peace with Qin Shi Huang, China, but I was not, he wanted Mecca. Of course, what I want to be able to do is take Damascus back from China. So, and you can kind of see me work out what I'm going to do there. And yeah, I'm able to catch China out there, but of course that does leave my swordsman somewhat exposed. So I'm kind of like trying to work out, well, how do I make this so? Obviously, I think that swordsman's dead. There's nothing I can do to defend them. So I've just got to kind of stay there so that when the swordsman does get attacked, I can hopefully do something about it. And of course, yes, the swordsman gets attacked and is actually able to defend himself, which makes it more annoying, because I don't think the swordsman should have won that battle. It makes it more annoying that the swordsman, of course, just inevitably dies there. And indeed, actually, if I would have just left all the swordsmen there to defend that swordsman, I probably wouldn't have lost any troops there, but I didn't know that, and I didn't want all of my swordsmen to get killed because they didn't have a defensive advantage. But I'm now able to, having somewhat reduced the Chinese army, to head to hopefully retake that city. I should have really, I think, moved the catapult back to kind of do some damage, but of course, regardless, I'm able to take back Damascus, and now, I'm not quite being Alexander the Great. Of course, it's 450 AD, so I'm a little bit behind, not quite achieving that result, but nonetheless, I do control at least some land that Alexander the Great didn't control, and how many ancient Greek commanders can say that? So now you're going to see me make peace with Qin Shi Huang. Qin Shi Huang still wants a city as a concession, but I'm not going to give him that, so I offer him this instead, and I'm able to make peace with him, thus ensuring that war is over, and you can get excited for next time when new wars emerge. So thus far we have conquered the Eastern Mediterranean and even the Arabian Peninsula, and we've defeated all of our enemies. We're at a time of peace, so hopefully things will just keep getting better for the glorious Greek civilization.